Wouldn't have put Mike Dedeker right at the top, but you can't argue with how he played. He was just sensational throughout.
Yeah, particularly in that final. Gave Humphreys
an
uphill task.
Callum Ricard, 51.
He almost climbed that hill, to be fair. Now then, Francis looking to give Coltman an uphill task here, and he's done that with a breaker throw at the first available opportunity. 2-0.
Second leg, Callum to throw first. Game on.
Francis thinking here. He's got a couple of options. Goes for treble 20. Can't find it. So an opportunity here for Coltman to level the match after a stuttering start. He's upped his game to the same level being produced by his opponent. And he's had no trouble at all on the doubles.
Yeah, sometimes we're in that position that's, not the most envious in terms of having to explain what's going on in front of us. But as you say, it's what's happening.
127.
And that visit there's cost Coltman an opportunity for an outshot if Callum can't find the 127.
But he can find it.
On the fifth leg, Callum Francis.
127 and game for Callum Francis, and the
Bradley to throw
fantastic finishing continues in getting the treble 20 after taking a moment. But it could be over.
Game shown in the match.
Callum Francis gets Bradley Coltman's number at the end of the match with the 118 checkout added to the 127 he had earlier in the game, and that's what it was. That game was all about finishing. The numbers back that up as well. 4 out of 6 for the winner Callum Francis, 3 out of 4 for Bradley Coltman, but he just could not get down to a finish off it.
Cool, that was close to say the least to busting. It hasn't gone, so we could have another break here, and we do.
Shown the fourth leg, Charlie Large.
So both players on similar checkouts, but Large gets a couple of darts. Can he get the first holder throw at the most important time of the match?
48.
Crashes into the barrel. Coleman gets a chance to nick the win. He gets 2 at double and only needs 1, and we do indeed see the entire game go against the throw as Ashley Coleman picks up the points in that one. 2 matches today, both of them going to last leg deciders, and I think that myself and Laura Turner got it pretty much spot on when we said we haven't got a clue what's going to happen in this group. It seems like it will be unpredictable, and that we might see quite a lot of games go this.
Timothy Ricard, 120.
120 then. It's on. This is a really good start, this from Verbrucher.
100.
Just got caught in the sandwich there.
Yeah, double 18.
Game shown
yeah, 110 finished there. That's a holder throw. First holder throw so far in this match. Oh, I thought we were going to see our second 127 in game of the day.
$120.
And we still might.
Jimmy Carr, 127.
Well, he'd love it, wouldn't he? Look at him, grinning like a Cheshire cat. Can Jamie Owens get the cream? No, he can't, and this is going to be a total turnaround here. The Brewers getting a dart.
59.
Well, 3 darts, if you like. So double 16.
No score.
And he's missed a lot.
68.
Yeah, another chance here for Owens. One that he probably thought he wasn't going to get.
A dart of his own at the same target.
And
Owens is on target. A brilliant game of darts that went right down to the last leg, as every game has so far.
Timothy Ricard, 76.
Tops.
Game shot in the match.
Yeah, and Tops is found, and that is 4-1 to Timothy Verbrucher over Callum Francis. Again, just having a nice chat there with the referee Paul Hinks on the back, and why not? That is a win now for everyone, apart from Charlie Large, who's at the bottom of the table. Averages there just under 90 for Verbrucher. You do get players, don't you? Obviously famously Peter
55.
Wright, but
Jamie Carr,
players that do like to
112.
kind of just play around with the setup.
Yeah, Peter Wright, the obvious one, as you say, but Phil Taylor used to do it quite a lot as well.
Game
A
shown on the
Taylor-esque
second leg,
finish
Jamie
there
Owens.
from Jamie Owens with the stacker dart, having blocked the
Third leg actually to
treble
the
20
first,
bed,
game on.
seemingly managed to find it and then hit double 16 to complete the finish.
Jamie Carr, 137.
Yeah. Needed a big shot there, Coleman. Couldn't find it.
133. Jamie Carr, 24.
So to take the early lead in the league. Misses three
Ashley
darts to
Carr,
do
4.
so. And if Coleman hits this, suddenly he becomes favourite for the match.
Game shown on the
Because
sixth
he
leg,
now has
Ashley
the darts in
Coleman.
the decider.
And this would be some way to finish off a match. There's one. And that you felt was a perfect lie for Jamie Owens. But couldn't find a second.
140.
Ironically
Ashley
does
Carr,
now.
16.
A nail biter.
Game
But
shown
it's
on the
Coleman
match,
who
Ashley
clinches it. And for Jamie Owens, that is one that got away, missing multiple match darts, having held a convincing 3-1 lead in the game. It is Jamie Owens who falters at the finish. Look at the difference there in the averages, 10 points between them, but the much more clinical finishing from Coleman. How did I do that? And you tried to do
124.
that, and that defeats the object.
Yeah. There's just some things you just can't manufacture.
Well, can Bradley Coltman manufacture a big finish here? We've been praising him in this kind of range, and he might be about to produce another one. Oh,
Game's
brilliant.
on the
A
second leg, Bradley
blockbuster by
Coltman.
Bradley to level up this match. The way he twists his darts with his fingers. Now, forget about that, but just looking at the pullback and the push forward. One of your
180.
lady player rivals, Dieter Hedman.
Yeah, very much. It's strange watching it in reverse, obviously, Dieter being a right-handed
Yeah.
player.
But it is very much a push, isn't it?
83. Timothy Carr, 96.
In the meanwhile, Timothy has been perfect. 180, 180. And then
Game shown
96
the
out in
fourth leg,
2. That's an
Timothy Verbrook.
electrifying spell. And it culminates in 11 darter. This for the win.
30.
Well, going to have to wait a bit longer. Coltman all the way back on 183. You can only try and leave something. Hope that Verbrewer returns the favour and misses a few.
Yeah, does exactly what he did earlier on double 5. Pulls it inside and then
59.
starts
Timothy Carr,
faffing
10.
around. No faffing. Sensible stuff. Splitting instead and then
Game shown
hitting.
on the match, Timothy
And then
Verbrook.
winning, and then climbing to the top of the table. Timothy Verbrucher punishes Bradley Coltman for a leg that got away in the middle of that match. He scratches his head, does Coltman, as he wanders off the stage.
90.
But what he has done with that shot is really applied the pressure here. Hasn't missed the bullseye all day.
65.
He
Charlie
does in the
O'Carr,
end,
40.
and it could be crucial as Charlie Large gets a clean look at tops for 3-1 and a break of throw here. Shake of the head, double 10. There'll be a nod of
Game
the head
shown on the
now.
fourth leg, Charlie Large.
A 3-1 lead for Large, and Jamie Owens wondering what's gone on over the last hour
Fifth
or
leg, Charlie
so.
to
Well, that miss on the ball didn't leave Owens on a double, so finds the 7 for 32. Same target as Large. Yeah, is that awkward? I think so. Again, shuffle across the oche.
23.
Couldn't find a route through.
Charlie O'Carr, 32. Game shown in the match, Charlie Large.
There is the match, the first point in the pocket for Charlie Large. Jamie Owens wondering what's gone wrong today. Looked like he would be top of the table when he led his previous game 3-1. Lost that, lost this, and now remains on 2 points. And Large joins.
Well, I think he heard you. Wanted to leave the 120
43.
himself.
Ashley O'Carr, 120.
Can Coleman claim it? Single. Moving across for the double.
Game
And he
shown the first
finds
leg,
it.
Ashley
Brilliant
Coleman.
stuff that from Ashley Coleman. Knew exactly what he needed to do and produced the
Second leg,
goods
Ashley to through first.
very, very
Game on.
well. Still have a finish after the first start this time. He can. Treble 18. Leaves him the ball. And this
Game
time,
shown the second leg,
he makes
Callum
it look as
Francis.
easy as 1, 2, 3. Well, that's a
Third leg,
case of
Callum
learning
through
from your
first.
mistakes, isn't
Game
it?
on.
Yeah, very much so.
He lost it and finished bottom. That's how close that group was.
Wow, that hurts, doesn't it?
180. Callum O'Carr,
Yeah, that
122.
180 may have just hurt Callum Francis. You feel this 1-2-2 has to go. Yeah, they're both there. 7-7.
Well, he's already had a 1, 2, 3.
Game shown the fifth
Now
leg,
he's had a
Callum
1, 2,
Francis.
2. And Coleman's had a 1, 2, 0. So we're
Six
just
leg
missing
Ashley
a
to through
1, 2,
first.
1
Game
for
on.
a straight run here. So for the victory that would keep this group as tight as possible. Double 18
showing
and
match, Callum
Francis finds it. A 4-3 win to inflict the first defeat of the Group C campaign on Ashley Coleman, and that means that there are only 2 points separating all 6 players as Francis joins Coleman and Timothy Verbrewer on 4 at the end of what was an electrifying encounter. Both players averaging just shy of 99 in that one. 3 180s between them. The finishing was fabulous as well. A 120 from Coleman, a 1-2-2 and a 1-2-3 from Francis. And that is by far the match of the day. Lovely dart. Is it going to be the same scenario as the previous leg? Not this
He's shown the
time.
second
He
leg,
hits.
Charlie Large.
He squares up the match at 1 apiece.
Third leg, Timothy to throw first. Game on.
We've seen plenty of good finishes today, haven't we? That's a department where all the players seem to be performing well. Convert 149, and it'll be the result that keeps the group as tight as it could be. And we could still get to the end of this round of
100.
fixtures with every single player on the same number of points.
Yeah, it really is possible.
135. Shadow Carl, 49.
He's got a little lucky there by missing the 20.
Game
It
shown
doesn't
the match,
matter
Charlie
in the
Large.
end. It's a 4-2 win for Charlie Large. It does get this group really, really closely bunched up because he now moves on to 4 points along with the man he just beat him. Ashley Coleman, who wasn't far away but it didn't go in the double. And now Coleman can try and leave a finish. Are they both in?
I think it's there.
180.
Wow.
Ashley Carr, 20.
Well, I can't think of anything small enough to describe how closely they
Game
were
shown the
bunched,
first
but
leg, Ashley Coleman.
in the end it's in vain as Coleman claims a leg.
Second leg, Bradley to throw first. Game on.
That's up there with the best grouping I've ever seen. I'm going to steal a phrase from the late great Sid Waddell there and say that he put them on a fly's dandruff.
I'm just trying to look at the body language of Coleman. Even that ton, he's dropped his head.
180.
But you can understand why, because this is a barrage coming from Coleman.
It is an absolute barrage of brilliance. That is 100% correct. It's 177 followed by 180 to
93.
leave
Ashley
144 for a 9-darter.
Yeah, not to beat. Still a job to do in this leg. Just looking to tee up.
58.
I think he wanted that, didn't he?
I think he did. I think we did.
He's got plenty of followers across social media. I think he would have broken sections of the internet had he
138.
produced
86.
perfection. Bullseye.
Game shot
Well,
on the
that
third
is
leg.
unorthodox from Ashley
Coleman.
Coleman. Didn't get the 9-darter, but did produce a bit of a fancy
Bradley
finish
to
there.
throw
And
first.
Bradley
Game
looks a
on.
little bit bemused by that.
Ashley Carr, 130.
Well, decided to stay there.
120.
No real rhyme or reason for that.
No, didn't have to. And left himself on 5-5. it's just one of those doubles. If you start splitting and chasing around the board, it can become awkward.
83. Ashley Carr 10.
Straight for it, straight in it.
On the match,
And that is the win that sees Ashley Coleman make his way to the top of the table with 3 wins out of his 4 fixtures today. Bradley Coltman's had the exact reverse of that record, 1 win from his 4.
$99.
That's a great dart. He's been very good at that. When the dart's below and it looks like it's blocking, he finds a way so well.
96. Gemini Carr 20.
That's
Game shot
a really well thrown last dart. Sometimes there's an argument of kind of throwing it a bit too close to the wire when you're going for a double, but adjusted very well.
Who would you rather be? 1-4-3 and throwing, or 1-2-1 and waiting? Well, you know now. Oh, what an end that would have been.
127. Callum Francis
it would have been 1-6-2 followed by 1-4-3. Instead, he's hoping that Francis can't claim 1-2-1.
Yeah, and he can't. So Jamie Owens
57.
back for double 8.
Carr 16.
To lift himself off the foot of the table. Remember, he was favourite before a dart was thrown today. He's stranded at the bottom at the moment. He does not like that lie. But he finds a way in the end, and Jamie Owens has liftoff. The hard-fought victory over Callum Francis, who played more than his part in that match. But it was that 6-dart surge at the end when he hit a 1-6-2, missed double 16 for the 1-4-3, but then returned. Nicely done. First of the match. If Coleman's in the mood, you just get the sense he could dismiss any opponents very quickly.
105.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's probably why we
tipped him
to get through this group, as he pins the 105 for a 2-0 lead.
Third leg.
Yeah, went for the ball, couldn't find it. So once again, Coleman back for the match. Needs double 1.
Well, it was a really, really good performance until he started missing these match darts. But he has hit in the end. Coleman makes it 4 from 5, and he is the player to catch in this group. A 4-1 success for Ashley Coleman against Timothy Verbruwer. Very happy with his day's work. The 1-2-4 was a standout moment in the match. The average, that doesn't really show you how good that performance was, because he did miss a bucket load of darts in that final leg at double, but he did.
125, Charlie Cat 86.
But that puts Francis on a finish as well, albeit a big one. But it might make Charlie, I was going to say, it might make him go for a single for the bull, but he had other ideas and he pulled that off perfectly.
Car 107.
Could prove costly. Needed the treble 17, so a let off here for large.
So Charlie Large, who lost his first 2 matches today, takes aim at double 10 to make it 3 wins on the spin. And he nails it, last dart in hand. That is huge for Large. A big win that sees him lift himself from being down at the bottom of the table in the doldrums earlier in the day to getting a victory and moving himself now to 2nd place. He's on 6 points, 2 off the top, where Ashley Coleman sits on 8. A few people had a good weekend, didn't they?
$33. Bradley Carr 153.
An outside chance here, and we will say the one thing that's been impressive about Coltman throughout the day has been his finishing. Yeah, double 18 for the 153.
Game shown the first
Yeah, and
leg.
that impressive
Coltman.
finishing does continue for Coltman.
Second leg, Jamie to through first.
Jamie Owens.
Game on.
Yeah, Owens, you feel, needs to take this. Great first single for double.
80.
And once again, he'll be kicking
W
himself.
par 20.
Jamie Owens' day has kind of unravelled. Bradley Coltman to cling on to contention. Needs double 10 and
Getting shot on the
finds
match,
it
Bradley
for the
Coltman.
win. But it didn't end too badly for Bradley as Coltman defeats Jamie Owens and picks up 2 wins today in what has been a really closely fought campaign in Group C.